Hey everyone, I'm Adam Haritan from Learn Your Land, and I'm surrounded by chicken of the woods right now. Now this species is Cincinnatus. It's one of the chicken of the woods species that we have here in the northeastern United States. Now I've been finding actually a lot of chicken of the woods lately, and it's only late May, which is really exciting because I think its most prolific season is probably the fall, and it's always exciting to find chicken of the woods in May. Now on Facebook I recently posted two separate videos, one of sulphureus and another one of Cincinnatus, two species of chicken of the woods. And if you're on Facebook, feel free to give the page a follow. It's facebook.com/learnyourland. And while you're at it, if you're on Instagram, feel free to follow me at learnyourland. And on Facebook, I actually post a lot of videos that I don't post to YouTube. They're typically shorter videos, but I find that they're very informative videos nonetheless. And so the purpose of this video is to combine both of those videos. I don't want to reshoot both of those videos because I think they're both valuable. And so I'm combining both videos, one of sulphureus, which I found first a couple days ago, and the second one of Cincinnatus. And I want to help differentiate between the two and also show you the similarities so that when you're looking for chicken of the woods, you will have no problem discerning between the two species, even though both of them are edible. Hey everyone, I'm Adam Haritan, and look who's with me today. Chicken of the woods, sulphureus. You can see some right here and some back there as well. I'm really excited that I found this one. I was pretty hopeful that I would see it. I was out walking around the woods on this rainy day looking for some plants and mushrooms, and about an hour in, I crossed the road, and about 30 yards away from me I noticed these orange specks in the brush. And I thought it could either be trash or it might be a mushroom. So I decided to investigate a little further because my curiosity got the best of me. And as I got a little closer, about 10 yards from this spot, I knew immediately that it was chicken of the woods, sulphureus. I'm really excited that I found it because this is the first time that I found it this year. And you'll start seeing it in May, but you also see it throughout the summer months and into fall. And I find that its most prolific season is the fall. But you will see it this time of year, and if you've never experienced the magic of chicken of the woods, whenever you cook it at the right stage, it kind of tastes like chicken and has the texture of chicken as well. So this is a good stage to harvest it in because it's nice and young. It just started appearing a couple days ago, so it's not going to be too buggy and it's not going to be too tough either. So a couple key identifying characteristics. Notice its growth in clusters, shelf-like clusters on wood. Notice the orange cap. Notice the yellow margin and the yellow underside as well, full of pores. So it doesn't contain gills. And this is a key identifying characteristic because this will help differentiate between this mushroom and a potential toxic lookalike, which is the jack-o'-lantern mushroom. But the jack-o'-lantern contains gills, true gills in the underside. This does not contain gills. And as I said, you'll find it all year round, typically from May through about October, November. But once winter hits, you're not really going to see it until the following spring. So I'm really excited to bring some of this home and cook it up. And I encourage you to get out there right now and look for all kinds of mushrooms, especially choice edible mushrooms like this one. And if you do find sulphureus, chicken of the woods, I have a feeling that you won't be disappointed. So I'm back with more chicken of the woods, and I'm really excited because this was actually found not too far away from the first spot that I found chicken of the woods a couple days ago. If you haven't seen that video, I encourage you to go back and check that one out because I found a different species of chicken of the woods, sulphureus. And that one is characterized by its yellow margin and the yellow underside. And that one typically fruits from dead wood. Now, this is another species of chicken of the woods, and notice that it looks slightly different. And if you're unfamiliar with chicken of the woods, it's a choice edible fungus found typically from May all the way through about October, sometimes early November, especially here in Pennsylvania. Now, this is chicken of the woods, but notice that it kind of looks slightly different. It doesn't have that yellowish hue to it. It's basically orange on top, but then you look on the sides and it's kind of whitish, if not peach or pinkish. So I have a piece right here and you can see that it's orange on top, but you flip it around and see that there's no yellow to it, or it looks really, really faded. And it's not that this is an old sulphureus. This is actually a fresh Cincinnatus. So this is a different species of chicken of the woods known as Cincinnatus. So key identifying characteristics, one, notice the orange cap, but it's got the whitish margin and the whitish peachish underside. Also notice, and this is different from sulphureus, that it's growing away from wood. So there's space back here and there's space back here as well. So it's not actually fruiting from this wood, it's fruiting from buried wood. So it is fruiting from wood, but that wood is buried and it's all under here. And so it's not growing directly from wood. Typically when you find sulphureus, that yellow sulfur shelf, yellow chicken of the woods, that one you typically find growing on wood up and down the tree. But this one, Cincinnatus, typically you're finding it a little away from the tree, but it's still a saprophyte. It can also be parasitic as well, and it's helping to break down dead or decaying organic material. So both species of chicken of the woods or the chicken mushroom, or you can call it the sulfur shelf as well. And there are a variety of different chicken of the woods species, not just Laethoporus cincinnatus, not just Laethoporus sulphureus. So I hope this helps clear up some confusion as far as what species you might be finding. But both of these are edible, both of these are choice edible mushrooms. Just make sure you cook them before you eat them, and enjoy.